I'm taking over the stream now. Chat, I love the anime. Some of the best voice acting ever. Does it have its issues? Yes, it does. But I am a manga elitist. I'm sorry. I am.
Okay, here. You can come sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, Owens in the building. Here you go.
What's up, chat?
Okay.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
Hell yeah, thank you for coming on. We are currently watching Vince Vintage, a YouTube channel, talking about a nerdy teenager who hacked into Microsoft and Epic Games and released the Xbox 360 prototype, or the new Xbox prototype, before it made it to market.
Right.
Who then apparently posted it on eBay and did a bunch of other insane things, like hacking the U.S. Army, taking an Apache helicopter simulator, and like trying to sell it to the Arabs. Is that a Nico Robin wanted posted t-shirt? Yes.
I know it.
Nico Robin is best girl, 100%. Hold on, I literally right underneath your feet, I have like toys. Well, not toys, figurines.
That's a good one.
The Nico Robin one?
Yeah. That one.
Hold on, I'm gonna increase his microphone in a second, chat. But yes, Matt Owens is the showrunner for One Piece, live action, and also Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
Yeah, spent a lot of time at Marvel in the beginning of my career. Luke Cage, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Luke Cage, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and now the latest show. But we're not going to be talking about that, obviously, because we're not promoting Struck Work. No. But we will be talking about anime in general, One Piece in general as well, and his fandom surrounding One Piece. But before I do that, let me just fix this real quick. I saw your earlier messages that you sent me on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
From like months ago, just when I added you on my Instagram story.
Because I swear I saw you walking.
I don't think it was me.
I swear it was.
I think it was a lookalike. You got okay. Wait. Speaking to the microphone again.
How's this? Is this good? Hear me?
Why is this always fucked up? Hold on.
Yeah, the mic. I am speaking into the mic.
Yeah, I'm just fixing the
Good.
I'm fixing the 08, 02. Hey, I'm fixing the noise gate attack and noise gate settings real quick so that like it's not broken, and then pumping up the compressor, pumping up the gain on the compressor side so we can easily hear you. Okay.
I'm going to keep talking about this while you're fixing this, because I want to say thank you for having me on, and also thank you for all your support for strikes. We're almost 4 months in writer's strike, and it's been a lot. You know, we're out here, we're fighting for the future of our industry, for those coming after people like myself, our livelihoods. So, you know, thank you to all of you who have supported strikes like Hasan has. I've seen you out there. It means a lot. And, you know, we want to get back to work and to be able to live just as much as you all want to get back to us making content. So because we are strike friendly, we're not going to be promoting anything. We're not going to be talking about anything we're not supposed to.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. Yeah,
we're not going to do it. But if you guys want some scab interviews, there's a different co-showrunner I can point you to, but we're not going to be doing that today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're not going to be doing that today.
Yeah, okay. But I will be asking you questions about One Piece in general and like anime in general, which I think is fine, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that it's not noise gate is cutting out a little bit. Really? I mean, I don't know. It's the same settings. What the fuck? They're capping. Oh yeah, I have a lot of audio perverts in this. We call them audio perverts. They just have like insane like open back studio headphones that are like you know, $2,000 or whatever, and then they're just like, I can hear your hair follicles moving, and I really hate it. Meme that we made as well of you and I.
Oh no!
And even Kaya in One Piece. Here it is. They made you Sanji.
They made me Sanji. That's my boy. Look, early Straw Hats. Sanji was the first character that I fell in love with.
Really?
Baratier arc was the arc that sold me.
I think it was the strongest arc out of all the early arcs. That's when it started, I think, shifting for me as well, when I was like, oh, this is like actually good. Because there is that classic, like, does this get better? I know that like a lot of One Piece loyalists are gonna be like, that's not true, every arc is incredible. But like for me, I can be definitely more honest than you, I would say. And Arlong Park was a little bit long, but it was pretty good. But Baratier was, I think, where I definitely started enjoying it more.
It's that characterization of Sanji, like coming into that and seeing, okay, this is a guy who takes cooking so seriously, and that is what his entire life's purpose is. So he doesn't use his hands to fight because he needs his hands to cook. I was like, this is something different.
And to smoke, and to blast cigs, which is very cool.
Ripping cigs.
Ripping bogues. Except, I guess in the 4Kids version, he was sucking on a lollipop.
Man, they did Sanji the most dirty. There was a lot of missteps in the 4Kids, but they gutted my man.
So, what is it? Sanji meets Nami in the 4K dub.
Now I know how Kobe felt. He must have been miserable. Sure, boy. Ah, you guys here?
So, you gotta work here for a year.
Should we change our flight?
Chad, this is how we used to see back then.
This is all we had.
Yeah, this is it just looked like this. This is a 1P, okay? All right. Please don't spoil 1000 plus. No, I can't spoil. He can, but I can't spoil. As you guys know, I am at the Punk Hazard arc. So
right. Yep.
So I have only I'm only on my second arc post time skip. So we have a tier list here that someone in the community made.
Oh, nice.
To talk about the major characters in Warlords, and I also wanted to engage in a tier list of like all of the best arcs, one by one, pre-time skip.
Okay, so you're just trying to get your chat mad at me for having opinions.
Yes.
Great.
Well,
Great.
actually,
Understood.
a lot of people So I have a very interesting community where like I, for the longest time, refused to watch One Piece and said I would not do it. I just, it's too long, and all the One Piece like fandom was very annoying about like pushing me into watching it, and I was just like, "Fuck you guys, I don't want to watch. It's too much." There were people in here that were trying to get me to watch for 3 whole years, and I was resistant. And then one day I was just like, "Fuck it, why not bite the bullet? I'm in a content black hole. I'm gonna watch it."
Yeah.
And then it was a very feel good. It made me, it was very wholesome, and it was good, and I got hooked into it, and I burned through just like all the episodes, especially started cooking after like the first couple of arcs. I do think that to this day, the one where they meet Usopp for the first time, what is it called? The
Syrup Village?
Syrup Village is probably my least favorite arc.
That seems to be the general consensus, especially for like the East Blue saga. Most people don't love Syrup Village. I like it. I like Kuro. I think he's a very interesting villain, but tier listing ahead of our tier listing, I'd probably have to say that Syrup Village is my least favorite East Blue arc.
Okay, let's look at the One Piece story arcs from here, maybe. This could be helpful. Hold on. Guide all One Piece arcs in order. So, this is good, I think. All right, East Blue arc. So, it starts off with Romance Dawn arc. Do you have the One Piece arc rankings? Okay, but this is like newer ones too in it probably. Whatever. Okay. This is also way too many designations in my opinion. But whatever. We can do this. I think we can do it.
I mean, to be honest, there aren't that many. The post time skip, the arcs are so large.
Yeah.
There aren't that many arcs you haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah, I heard Dressrosa, Wano, and I assume, what is it, Candy Island or whatever?
Whole Cake Island.
Whole Cake Island, yeah.
I'm very excited for you to get to Dressrosa. I think you are going to find a lot of interesting things to talk about in that arc.
Yeah. Well, so one thing that happened, at least in this community, was that when I did finally start watching One Piece, I realized that unlike some of the anime that I enjoy, unlike other shonens that I enjoy, for example, it was very political. Mm-hmm. Like there were a lot of political themes baked in to all of these like long and well thought out story sequences that actually spanned across multiple, not just multiple episodes, but multiple arcs in general. And I came to this conclusion. One of the things that I said originally was, one of the things that I immediately noticed was that Luffy was just beating cop ass. I mean, he was just beating the shit out of the Navy, which is the police in this one world government, right? And I noticed that he was a bit of a terrorist. He was a freedom fighter. Now, some of these takes I demonstrated and defended quite adequately, I think, on the Trash Taste podcast.
I'm familiar.
Yeah, and it kind of kickstarted a bit of a war in the One Piece fandom, it seems, where a lot of people were like, I guess, completely oblivious to the undertones or the political overtones in many of the stories, and we're just like, no, One Piece is about like a gum boy having fun, and not about what you say it is.
It's both.
It is both.
It is such an inherently, the entire world, especially the further that we get into it, we're living in a police state. The world government controls the newspaper, they control the military, everything. It is a police state world. So what your take is interesting, because does Luffy destabilize multiple governments and kingdoms throughout this series? Absolutely.
Yeah.
The terrorism angle is interesting because that comes into an ideological thing, right? And Luffy doesn't really have an ideology outside of everyone should be able to be free to do what they want.
That is an ideology.
It is.
Do I think it's like inherently socialist? No. I do like pissing off people by saying that, but no, I do think that is in and of itself ideology. Here's a TikTok from Trash Taste of your hot take. Let's take a look. Luffy is a terrorist. He is. He is.
I hate that. You're kind of right.
He is a freedom fighter in the most like honorable sense of the word. Quite literally fighting against an unjustifiable, corrupt military apparatus that is like holding the entire world hostage and the Navy. He's literally killing cops. Like he's killing sea cops and they're like, no, that's not politics. What do you mean? That's just like gum man having fun. So that was the take that kickstarted a lot of this stuff, but I meant like, I meant that it was wait, what is, this is a different video. I was like, what the hell are these comments?
What are these comments?
Positive cantle tilt? Like, what the fuck? What? God, TikTok is
Luffy is a
So
terrorist.
it's like Joey said, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing. It is that people don't see that this has been an inherently political series from the beginning. Because even like we were talking about Arlong Park, the Fishman's story is such an allegory for slavery.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's directly an allegory for slavery, which unfolds even further in the Fishman Island arc, as you pointed to. But even before then, it's like Arlong Park so early on, and this is something that I think Oda does really well, which is like introduce characters and stories that expand dramatically later down the line when it's like 700 episodes deep and you're like, holy fuck, this happened on the third episode and now like this is really, really relevant. Right?
Because like Fishman Island does such a good job of not only continuing that story, but giving so much more context about things before, like finding that Arlong's idea to build Arlong Park in the first place was birthed out of him and his friends not being able to get into Sabadi Park when they were children, which is a direct thing. It's like whites only pools. Like that's where that came from. So he built his own. And that additional context is, you're right, it's something that Oda does so well.
Yeah. And those are very real world political themes and is born out of like violence that has happened in the real world and throughout history. And I think that he's probably I would say more of a fan of American history than like people think he is, or at least like political themes. I'm not saying he's like a card carrying Japanese Communist Party member or something,
right?
Like the guy who created Gundam. But you know, one thing that also jumped out for me was, and I can't speak on like later, like the later arcs, like Wano specifically, but there is a Wano character in the arc that I'm watching right now, Punk Hazard, the samurai that's like cut into multiple pieces by Trafalgar Law.
Yeah.
And his behavior and his, I think the way he operates, the way he talks, and even the way Zoro is, who is a canonically Japanese character, I think reveal a lot about the way Oda views Japanese culture and maybe its setbacks as well. Because I think there's like rigidity in both of those characters and like an appeal to tradition. And I feel like that paired up with, for example, all the non-binary and trans characters that are in like very important roles that Oda wrote 20 years ago. Like I've talked about this a lot. Like Bon and what was it? Ivankov?
Yeah.
Ivankov. Like these are two gender non-conforming or trans characters that were written in a positive way at a time when I myself as a young boy exhibited way more transphobia than than
Positive
I do now.
representation.
Yeah. It's very interesting. Like I feel like he's very he's a very open-minded guy, very progressive in many ways.
He is. I think Oda is just, he is a Oda's a communist. Seen that one before too. I think Oda is a very observant and intelligent person. We've had so many deep conversations about all kinds of things before.
That's so cool.
I love that man to death. He is my brother and my father and my best friend. I just had dinner with him on Tuesday.
That's insane. That's an insane flex. I know. I heard he was here. He was
in town for some stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I just had dinner with him on Tuesday. But it's interesting because
what does he smell? What does he smell like?
They can be gleaned. What does he smell like?
Does he smell good? No, I'm kidding. You know,
he smells like Oda. He smells like Oda.
Okay.
But I think he is such an observant person about his surroundings in general, from entertainment, because he talks about all of the things that he takes in and the things that he puts into One Piece. And so I think there's a lot that the audience has to draw from across a spectrum of interest or beliefs. But like you said, it is the fact Bon Clay, this is a character that was prominent in the manga in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
That kind of major representation just didn't exist in media in that way at that time.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's actually quite interesting that from what I understand, I haven't gotten to these arcs yet, but apparently there's like some controversy now about like whether or not a particular character is trans.
The Yamato controversy.
Yeah,
Yes.
which is really interesting because like people are transphobic for a newer character now, not realizing that like if they watched the older the episodes, like there are very openly trans characters, including obviously Ivankov, who has a fucking HRT fruit, basically. Like that's what they're doing. Like they're literally transifying people. So it's really interesting to get upset about a newer character now, and not like realize that you had no issues of the older characters that are, openly trans.
Right.
So, that's I find that really interesting. That says more, I think, about the way people are geared towards getting angry on what's in front of their noses than Oda himself, obviously, but still. It's something to consider. It comes from Water 7. This is like, because
play it again.
So I give updates throughout this process while I was watching One Piece. I used to give One Piece updates, and this channel, on its own, unprompted. Do you guys have that, by the way? Unprompted started making these like really well edited YouTube videos where he would like piece together the things that I was saying about One Piece.
Yeah.
Where is it? Hasan Bits or something? Every single day I would give One Piece updates, and he would like put them together and basically turn them into like a serialized work. Oh, here it is. Here, I'll show you. Hosland Saga. He did one on Villain
There's a lot of these.
Yeah, no. Dude, The first episode he ever made, unprompted, got like 100,000 views on its own. And I was like, what the fuck? This is a part of the broadcast where I tell you a little bit about my personal news, and I'll tell you 2 things. 1, I watched Chainsaw Man last night. It's very good. 2, and I cannot believe, I'm just going to admit this before we blast off because I don't want any of the fucking freaks to hear about it. I watched the first 2 episodes of One Piece last night. It's really well done. That's right. And I don't know if I like it. Okay, I'm not fully sold on it yet. Oh, speaking of One Piece, I went back to it because it's cozy. I've been watching it. That's the only time I will openly admit that. If you ever ask me in the future, I will say I'm lying. I will say you're lying, and I'm not watching One Piece. Okay, listen. So to set the mood here, the reason why I was so resistant is because for years as an anime fan, on my own personal journey as a content creator, I have yelled at weebs.
Yeah.
I was always like, weebs, you're gross. Stop. You're perverts. You know, stop being weebs. Stop weebing out. And then it became more of a tongue-in-cheek denial where I was like, I'm not a weeb. I'm not a weeb. And then there was a moment where I like openly admitted that I was, and yet I still was very resistant to watching One Piece. And I kept saying like, I'm a weeb, but like, you know, I'm not a One Piece guy. Like, that's different. That's a separate category. Yeah, show all your dolls now. Okay, they're not dolls. They're figurines.
They're collectibles.
Yeah, they're collectible items. Okay. I did Naruto run at Anime Expo and got booed, but that's besides the point because they were captivated by how well I was Naruto running, I think.
Wait, what day were you there? This year?
Yeah.
What day were you there?
I went both I went 2 days. Last year I went as well. I go to Anime Expo. I love Anime Expo.
I do too. Yeah, no. I was there on Saturday this year.
Hell yeah. Remember when he used to yell at us for recommending One Piece? Yeah, exactly. Like that's why that's why it's like this. Hold on. While you watch this, I'm gonna go pee real quick. Watching One Piece and I fell asleep. Where are you, One Piece? I'm like episode 7 or 8, man. Chill. Stop saying use 9 anime. Guys, I'm using a fucking television and an Apple TV. I'm 31 fucking years old. I have a Crunchyroll account. I'm not trying to change the way that I consume content.
Fair.
I don't need that right now. Bro, I just asked where the fucking website is where they tell you how I can avoid the fucking filler episodes. You can't do that. You think you can watch One Piece on Crunchyroll or on
Chad,
Netflix?
I know a lot of people like G8, but is it worth it? Is it
I'll
worth
fucking
it?
kill you.
I don't see. I see a lot of no's. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of yeses. I don't
Monkey
know.
D. Luffy.
Okay, that's the most hype eye catcher I've ever seen. I am a manga elitist.
So as I was saying,
I love the anime.
Last night on
I'm taking over the stream now. Chat, I love the anime. Some of the best voice acting ever. Does it have its issues? Yes, it does. But I am a manga elitist. I'm sorry. I am.
the couch, I'm watching One Piece, I fall asleep. Okay, he's fighting. He has defeated. Spoiler alert. You know.
Shut your mouth!
Wake up in your 5
Did you give a spoiler alert for him defeating
I'm in
Buggy?
Arlong Park, and it's
I don't
so
know. I mean,
sick.
it's just-
Finally, we're getting into the Grand Line, you know?
Because people are
I
watching
teared
along
up
with me.
again during the whale saga. We're on our way to Alabaster. We're in Drum Island, okay? I am officially in the Alabasta arc, and it's fire so far.
I love that you've got someone chronicling your journey like this.
Yeah, no, he has downloaded every time I've talked about One Piece.
まあ冷たいのね。
あいつが海賊だろうがお宝持ってようが関係ねえだろ。
もう少し探求心を持つべきだわ。
もう海軍の追っ手がそこまで来てるぞ。
あら、怖いの。
てめえには言ってねえんだよ。
次回ワンピースココヤシ村の魔女アーロンの女幹部海賊王に俺はなる。
Shout out to this guy. That's awesome.
No, he made it like he made all of the episodes. They get progressively better with like editing, with like sequences that he adds in, and it's not just like me talking about it. It's great.
All right, this playlist is what I'm going to be watching tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Bring up One Piece G8 is 100% worth it. Hasan, bring up Roger Base chat. He's a One Piece YouTuber. This is legitimately such a treat watching all the mentions spliced together like this. Lol, here's hoping you stick with it. I know you were struggling with Fishman Island's pacing, but I promise you it gets better. Oh no, I'm past it. Punk Hazard is actually really good pacing wise too. It's
Love
like
Punk Hazard.
Yeah, it's not. People freak me out with the pacing when they were like, you have to swap to one pace, and I get why they said that because like, you know, I know Toei is an institution, but goddamn, dude, they fucking they made Fishman Island into like a trek. Like it took me months to get through it. There are no fillers in One Piece. Okay, man.
In the manga
there aren't.
In the manga, my friend.
So that is why I went and bought the mangas. Like
Yeah.
because of Fishman Island. I was like, fuck this, I can't do this. So you haven't seen anything? Dressrosa is abysmal on pacing. I mean, I don't know. I don't trust everybody on that anymore. What do you
Here's the thing though, Dressrosa also had pacing issues in the manga though.
Oh really?
It did.
Uh-oh. All right, well, it'll be fine.
It's not bad. No, see, that's where I disagree. Dressrosa is not bad. It does have some pacing issues though.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's there's another TikTok of me like looking at how much time One Pace saves you, and it's like nuts.
What is it?
One Pace is
because I know what One Pace is, but I wonder what the timing is.
For Dressrosa, it's like thousands of minutes. Like it's not. Dressrosa is a good start, but holy fuck, the lead up in the final fight is rough. Okay, well, we'll see. I'll figure it out when I get there.
Yeah, we got to talk when you finish it because I do think for its flaws, you're really gonna like it.
Okay. That's because Oda was sick during Dressrosa and got help from the Naruto mangaka. Wait, really? One Piece comparison. Okay, I don't know this. No, don't show me this stuff. What are you doing? You watch around the equivalent of like 600 episodes in One Piece.
That cannot be true.
That's not true. Ban that chatter. Spoiler. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We just saw like a brief glimpse. Okay, it's pretty much impossible not to have this thing spoiled online. I mean, there's just I don't know why. Oh, I was gonna show you this TikTok here. This is why I said Oda is a communist. Oda is a communist. You will never convince me otherwise. He is a man who absolutely admires, mythologizes, romanticizes the proletariat. Okay, he has made the most goated proletarian squad. They're so sick. Yeah, Galley Law. They're so sick. This is before I knew. That they don't spoil anything for me. I hope it doesn't come out that it's like bad or anything. Yeah, I hope it doesn't come out that they were bad or anything. Oh, here. Yeah, I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. I thought Oda is a man who loves the working class, making the working class look good. Turns out Oda is a communist. What other fucking manga anime writer out there, okay, what other manga is talking about workers and unions being infiltrated by the feds, okay? Mm-hmm. Nobody's doing it like that. The Snow Island was all about healthcare. Skypiea is straight up about like colonial exploitation, imperialism, indigenous people trying to fight back for their own land. Like, it's good. It's good as fuck. It's good as fuck. I love it.
Keep saying it because there are too many people that don't want to hear that stuff.
Yeah, dude. But 100%. Like, feds infiltrating a workers union. Like that's crazy. That's like straight up. It's awesome. Oh,
and it was great because even still having
this is how much time. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say even having CP9 have infiltrated, they still had such a great representation for workers with Polly because there was such a contingent of people that were like, he's joining the crew. And I love Frankie and I love that story and how it developed. Yeah. But there were so many people at that time that were like, oh, that's our shipwright. That's the next crew member. It's Polly. Yeah.
I mean, Frankie's goated though.
I love Mike Cole the King.
He's American. Leave it up to Oda. It also is trains, which I love personally. I love me a good train arc. You know what I mean? Especially a train that fucking is a C train.
Yep.
Like, how sick is that? But yeah, Frankie, the American character being a weapons manufacturer is pretty on the nose.
It's spot on. He loves cola. He makes weapons.
Yeah, he's great. He's loud. He yells super. It's great. Here, this is the one. The
In
One
minutes, you
Piece.
say by watching the modified version of the anime One Piece by Arc. Thriller Bark, 541 minutes. Fishman Island, 454 minutes. Punk Hazard, 530 minutes.
I don't
Dress
know how,
Rosa.
Like, see, this is why I'm like confused because Punk Hazard is not like the pacing is not that bad on Punk Hazard. I don't think.
No, Punk Hazard in the anime doesn't drag.
Yeah, there is no like the pacing is really good on Punk Hazard. I don't know. It's the end of Punk Hazard. Is that why? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not at the end yet. I don't know exactly where I'm at.
Sorry, I was about to ask questions. Like, do you mean this? But that's where you are. So
I'm at like a fucking Caesar with the jelly, and then he gives the jelly like a candy.
Yep.
And then I think there was like a devil fruit there that formed as well. I couldn't tell what was going on there, but
okay, got it.
That's precisely where I'm at.
Oh, they include recaps. Okay, yeah, because you're cutting anywhere between 3 to 7 minutes out of every episode.
Oh,
then, if
I
that's
never.
the case.
Okay, well, I never fucking watch
Okay.
recaps anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you watch the opening song, you skip the recap, and you just go into the episode.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, this is when people were like, "Bro, talking like you work for the world government." I said, "Luffy
People
is a
were
freedom."
so mad at you, bro.
Yeah, they it's just like a lot of people were just like farming. They were just trying to be like Hasan is wrong about this. It's like, no, I'm not. Everyone was yelling at this dude anyway. They were like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what he meant. Anyway, Smiley dot what? Okay. Oh, Smiley dot is devil fruit reincarnated. Okay. But yeah, Dress Rosa, 1,500 minutes. 1,500 minutes.
I don't have a hard
Oh
time
my
believing it, though.
God.
Punk Hazard, even that being a third of the time saved, I have a hard time believing. But Dressrosa, yeah, it's tough.
People are saying Cake Island is also bad for pacing.
Is the word no? Whole Cake Island is not worse than Dressrosa for pacing. I refuse.
That's what people were saying, but we'll see. What are your thoughts about Monsters anime adaptation? I don't know what that is.
Excited to see it. It's a one shot that Oda did very early in his career that is loosely canon with One Piece.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that is getting an anime adaptation. I think it'll come out before the end of this year, right?
Oh, wow.
But yeah, excited for that. Excited for that.
Hell yeah. Baki characters. Do you like Baki?
Baki's cool.
I love Baki.
Baki's cool.
It's
not one of my favorites, but I think it's beautifully animated.
Yeah, it's so sick. I love Baki. I've been watching all the Watanabe works again.
Oh, yeah.
I rewatched Cowboy Bebop for like the 100th time. It was fucking awesome. Now I'm going through Samurai Champloo and
One of the
and then
greatest
Space
soundtracks
Dandy.
ever.
Yeah.
Space Dandy. Okay, where are you in Space? How much Space Dandy?
Oh
have
no,
you seen?
I've watched all Space
Oh,
Dandy.
you have, and you like
I'm just
it?
like rewatching. Yeah, I loved it.
Because I feel like that's his. For now that I've learned this about you, that you hate fun. I feel like Space Dandy is the most fun of his works.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess like One Piece, I like the not fun parts more. Well, Space Dandy's also, it's kind of like One Punch Man in a way that I feel like it addresses a lot of tropes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I like that because it's like, it's supposed to be self-referential. It's supposed to be like referencing other works and being silly.
Bless you. Bless you.
Leftist is on. Yeah, leftist is no fun. Thank you.
Trigun is goated.
Oh yeah. Did you watch the rework? Like the new Trigun?
I liked it.
I liked it too.
I liked it. It was a really cool retelling of that. I know some people didn't like the animation style. I thought it was cool.
I actually, as much as I despise like 3D animation, due to what happened to Berserk, which is a crime in and of itself, and people should be punished for it. I thought that Trigun, like new Trigun, the 3D is not as offensive.
Yeah.
Somehow. Like it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah. What about Redline? I haven't seen Redline.
Have you seen, because this is very much
I haven't seen any of the One Piece
space.
movies.
Have you seen Outlaw Star?
Outlaw Star? No, I have not. Isn't that the first ever anime or something?
No, it's one from I think it was 98. It was an old school one. It was on Toonami back in the day, but it's another like space, guns, crime, little bit of magic. Yeah, 98. This series is incredible.
Okay,
This is one of the most underrated series
I might not like it
all time.
Because I immediately, so animation style wise, like I hate the big eyes.
Okay.
It's always like, it's hard. Like Yu Yu Hakusho is in a different league, obviously. So like, that's fine. But usually like old school anime, like the really large eyed anime, it like, I don't know. I've never liked Inuyasha.
Oh God, I love Inuyasha.
Yeah, a lot of people love Inuyasha. I don't like the art style, like old anime art style.
So that like the big-eyed kind of 80s into 90s style is not for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can overlook it, like Code Geass.
Come on, look at this photo. It's on the same level as a Cowboy Bebop and a Firefly. Like, yes, these are all spiritual series together. If you can try to get over the large eye aesthetic, I do think you would dig it.
I did love Akira, yes, but I'm not saying I never watch like old art, old anime. I'm just saying that it's just some of it I don't really like that much.
Yeah.
Before you end, just tell us your opinions on the Chimera Ant arc. Oh yeah, here, that's the last question.
Hunter x Hunter is mid.
What?
Hunter x Hunter is mid.
Yo, that's crazy. I disagree with that.
I go on record saying that all the time.
His opinion.
That's why Hunter x Hunter is mid.
That's his opinion. That's crazy.
Hunter x Hunter is mid. If you like Hunter x Hunter, educate yourself first and then go watch Yu Yu Hakusho because it's way better.
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is sick. I mean, Yu Yu Hakusho is the OG.
Yes.
Damn, you said Hunter x Hunter is mid? My only take about Hunter x Hunter is that the Chimera Ant arc is entirely too long. Like, it's crazy. Everybody hails it as like the best fucking arc of all time.
They do.
And it's like, no, man, it is way too fucking long. It's so goddamn long. It's just like unacceptably long.
I might give Hunter x Hunter another try, but that's my anime.
Hunter x Hunter peaks at York New Arc. York New Arc is my favorite. Hunter x Hunter.
Not for me.
Dog, reading the Hunter x Hunter manga is so fucking frustrating for a lot more reasons than the hiatuses. Yeah, I mean, also, they have, like, straight up pedophile. Like, Hunter x Hunter, one of the main characters, and they made him cool, which is, like, the worst part. It's like, why? What are you doing? Straight up.
Can't do it.
Like,
can't do it.
It's insane. It's insane that, like, you have just an out and about, open pedophile on the show.
Someone said it. Someone gift this man all of the subs. Yu Yu Hakusho's Dark Tournament arc is better than Hunter x Hunter's Chimera Ant arc.
Do you like JoJo?
Yeah.
Love JoJo.
JoJo's sick. Love JoJo.
Yeah.
I need to watch the 99. Yeah, I've heard, like, look, I need to figure out what I'm going to do. I need to, because I'm making this my brand. Hunter x Hunter is mid.
Okay, what about Vinland Saga?
Oh, Vinland Saga's great.
Incredible. Yeah.
Vinland Saga's great.
I love Vinland Saga. Your guests need to stop watching Hunter x Hunter and start watching Blue's Clues. What the fuck? Okay. Well, there it is. We'll have you back on again because I have to run. I'm late to something. But thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for
Matt
having me
Owens,
on.
everybody.
Thanks for having me chat. Thank you very much.
And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Here's the one final snapshot of this man's crimes.
My crimes?
These crimes. I think overall is pretty solid. Pretty solid list. I'm just saying the Fishman Island, people are going to get fucking mad at that, I think.
That's fine. People get mad at the truth sometimes.
Well, the Hunter x Hunter thing is you actually took it to a totally different level with the Hunter x Hunter take.
That's fine too.
Anyway, bye everybody.
Bye y'all.
Bye.